Hello everybody and welcome to Denesk's Warships. Today we're going to have some port talks, and my thought about this is that this will be a series where we just sit in port, we talk about what's here and other things concerning World of Warships. And well, I just want to open my first container with you today. One game in the Fiji gave me 5.2k XP. Let's see what we get. For Zulu, that's nice. I use that one quite a lot. 2 type 5 camouflage. Nothing special, but it will do. It will do. And 4 Juliet Yankee BC2 flooding recovery time 20%. So that's good. So, I already had a episode of Port Talks recorded, but it was quite... it didn't turn out too well, because I started with talking about Port Talks, what I wanted to do, and then I wanted to do something. In this case I was talking about command skills. And that will be a episode of Port Talks. But not this one, because that will be a solo dedicated episode on the captain and his skills. This episode will be dedicated to Port Talks itself, what we will talk about and such. I'm just going to have a sip of tea. Feeling very British today, drinking tea, and I have already had myself a good whiskey. Thank God it's Friday. So, before we get any further into Port Talks, I just want to say thank you to those who have left nice comments. I have had 2 comments and my first subscriber. Always appreciated. And, well, only 2 positive comments, no negative. Thank you a lot. I really mean it. It means the world to me to have my first subscriber, even though it's just 1, and to have 2 positive comments. Considering I'm not trying to reach out, I'm making my videos, edit and uploading them, and that's it. I don't go into Facebook, I don't go into Twitter. I just leave them on YouTube, and that people find them is quite spectacular. My most viewed video so far is my Belfast in ranked. Well, I'm not going to do more Belfast in ranked videos, that's for sure. People have probably been searching Belfast ranked, looking for tips and hints and what pro gamers think of it and how they play it. I'm no pro gamer. I see myself as above average, even though I don't have too many games played. I'm close to 1000, but not still there. Still, and that's why I can talk to you guys about lower tiers. So Port Talks. Well, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the captains, about not the port itself. Maybe today, we'll see. We're going to have a look at the modules, exterior part, tech tree, have a look at the profile. I know this will really show off how bad I am. If you're a very above average player, but if you're an average player, I hope that I can talk from my stats and tell you a little bit of how I play and give you some hints. We're going to have a look at this, and such. Campaigns, ranks. Has the ranked season ended? No, it hasn't. So, well, let's start. Oh, under 2 euros, always nice. let's talk about ranked. I have reached rank 15, and I haven't gone any further. I have lost one game in total, and then I was number 1 in my team, so I didn't lose any stars. I think it was the rank 16. I just felt that rank 15, I'm still on top, I'm still one of the best, but it's quite close margin. If I go further and further, I will slide further and further down the list. So I felt that 10 battles played, 1 lost. I felt that if I go too far, I won't be contributing. I will be dragging down the team. So I was thinking to myself, let's get some more experience in the game, more tier 7s, and more proficiency in them. Then, next season, we can go down the tree. Of course, the goal. Number 1. And my semi-goal, so to speak, is 3 seasons ranked 1, because I really like the look of the flint. If I remember correctly, it has a smoke screen, and that's something that wrong ship, that Atlanta really could use, especially looking at how fragile it is. That's 89mm, that's 65. Okay, that's the Citadel armor belt, by the way. Let's take away the plating. Okay, still quite bad. Let's take away the superstructure. Still nothing hidden. Auxiliary. Here we see something more. And the Citadel deck is 32mm. Well, enemy battleships and cruisers will get a lot of over-penetrations. But if they are semi-competent, they will hit your Citadel and you will die. Would I say that Atlanta is a bad ship? No, it's a very good ship in the right hands. I've had some great games in it, but about the same amount of bad games. And that's quite unusual for me. I'm trying to be modest here. I'm no ace player. I'm a above average yo. If we keep looking at Atlanta, 11.1. You don't have the range, you don't have the armor. You have a lot of guns with a quick reload and a good dispersion. That's it. So, well, what are we more going to talk about in Port Talks? Well, some more tea, that's nice. There's just that much you can talk about in the port. I mean, these things, we can give an episode on those, the hidden stats that we see right now, and the stats that we do see. Well, I know they ain't hidden, but you get my point. A new player will probably just go, oh, that's awful. Just looking, nothing more. We're going to talk about exterior. This would be 1 episode. Modules. 1 episode, because we have the upgrades. Good thing that everything is on 50% today, as I just yesterday bought the Benson and fitted this thing for 2 million credits. I'm down to 5.5 million credits, and on my way to tier 10, my next ship will probably be the Edinburgh. I have about 60k XP still to go. I hope I will get cash in for it, because it's quite expensive at 8.8 million credits. I can sell this ship when I reach the 108k experience, and then I will get for this one 4.2 25 million credits. Okay, I do have the cash for the Edinburgh, no problem. And I don't have any other tier 7. Yeah, we're going to talk about this as well. That really enjoy playing. That's you know, in the ordinary tech tree, I really love playing my Sims. It's in my opinion one of the best tier 7 destroyers out there in the game. Fair point, I haven't played all tier 7s. Absolutely no. I have played the Sims and the Mayhem. End of story. I haven't played Akatsuki or the Shiratsu. I haven't played the Minsk. I haven't reached the Mars yet. And neither do I own the Bliskovica. And that's those. But I have faced them in the Sims. And I've rarely come out as the worst ship. Most of the engagements I have won. So yeah. And well, I put a lot of that down to the Sims maneuverability. 100 it says. I bet that it's over that. 40.4 knots with the flag. And 2.7 second rod shift time. And pretty sure I have a module. No, actually don't. That's without a module, without a commander. That's basically stock. Yeah. I do have propulsion modification too. Minus 50% to time for reaching full power when accelerating forward. And if you're a fan of the British cruisers, you really love that boost of speed when you get going. Because the British cruisers, they are by far the best for getting out of trouble. I've started to do a quite unorthodox thing. I smoke up in my, the Fiji. Smoke up in it, and I sit in it until the smoke lifts. Keep firing. I do have the, what's the skill? Yeah, there it is, the priority target. And I'm still until I know that there's shells coming into me. Then I dab my W key and get going. All incoming shells will land behind me because it takes no time for the Fiji or the Belfast to reach about 30 knots. And by then I'm long gone when their shells land. So that boost of speed, it's awesome. Before I finish this episode, we'll just have a look at my port, what I have for ships, and then I'll think we'll call it an end of the video. As you see, I have 29 ships and 4 vacant slots. Haven't paid for any vacant slots. So most of these ships and slots Wargaming have just given me for completing missions and such. We have the Benson, my latest ship, and the first tier 8 that I actively bought. I have had 2 games in it. I used the free XP to get the fire control system, and it was worth it. Really good leadership. It feels like a better successor to the Farragut than the Mayhem did. I always felt that Mayhem was a bit slow and sluggish. I have the... Basically I'm climbing every tree there is. I'm on different levels. I do have the Fiji, the Gada, the Isukasa I still have because I'm going for the mini casa with Tsuki. I also have the Yubari, and here's a dirty confession. I bought the Yubari to get into the closed beta. Yep, I'm dirty. I'm dirty as all fuck. But it's a good little ship, and in the right matches, it's a seal clubber. It's the range of the guns, 12.8 kilometers. If you're facing a tier 3 battleship, just spam the high explosive. You will win if you keep on your max range. In the dispersion, 73 meters on 12.8 kilometers. I got no words. That's awesome. There's two things in this ship that might get the captains a bit or players a bit off again about it, and it's the torpedoes and the guns. I have said that the guns were great. They are, but it's 2 turrets with 2 guns in each, so you don't have that ripple fire in you don't have the real ripple fire. Still good guns, good dispersion, well worth it. And the torpedoes, well, you basically have this firing arc, so you really have to show the broadside of your ship to get the torpedoes launched. I have 3 Congos of the RP variant. I have the Congo, the Hiei and the Haruna. And when I'm feeling down, I have had really bad games. I just jump into one of these, mostly Congo, and they just rip loose against everything I see. The Congo's a really good ship. I have 3 of them. It's great fun. And if you haven't watched the series, I can recommend to watch it. It's it's enjoyable, and it's quite intense at times. It's well done, worth seeing. I've just reached Aube. I think I have 1 or 2 games in it. Looks like 1. And it's not a bad ship, but I'm still learning the modern Japanese cruisers. I didn't have really good games in my Furutaka until the last 4 or 5 games. The games before that, I did a lot of damage. Absolutely, about 30 to 50k was standard. But I died quickly, and I died unnecessarily, and that was because I didn't understand the ship. I'm getting to grips to it now. I do have the Fusu. It's fully done. Actually, we can do this. No! No! Look at this. I thought I had the experience for Nagato. I don't. Oh, I need to play 1 more game in it. Well, I'll have to take that another time. Maybe make a live video of it. I have the Storm Dragon. Just a... I think it's the Myoko. I'm not going to swear, so let's have a look. Yeah, I'm Myoko. Finished that campaign, and well, 1 game in it. Not an excellent game. We lost. So that's just the base XP. With no flags or so. And we have the Haguru, which if you look at my Warships Today page, it's the ship I have, I think it still is, I haven't looked last few days. The ships with my highest rates in. Well, I think I have had 2 or 3 games in it. And they weren't all that challenging, so yeah. I do have the St. Louis. I have rebought it. Ergo new commander. Full upgraded, no camo, no flags. Just seal clubbing whenever there's a new line out. I know the St. Louis, they don't know the new ships. Sorry for that. Clemson, my favorite seal clubber in the game. Bogue, really no fan of aircraft carriers. I know that someday I will have to learn them, but yeah, I'm not there yet to just put myself in a situation where I have to play aircraft carriers. And I have probably the worst battleship in the game, in my opinion. The New Mexico can't hit a broadside Atlanta with a broadside salvo at 3k. Yeah, that's experience talking. I don't like the New Mexico. Sims I have, and you know that, and you know my feelings about it. I love it. Pepsi Cola or Pensacola, still learning the ship. Very different from the Cleveland and Omaha. I would say that this is the third ship American cruise in a row that requires a different playstyle. You play the Omaha one way, you play the Cleveland another way, and then you get to the Pensacola, and that's a third way. Atlanta, which I take out every now and then. Gnemny, when this was tier 5, I was done with it. I was very happy. Sold it, bought Ögnemoy, patch hits me, and I'm forced to live with this piece of crap once again. I do have the Molotov. I don't take this ship out often. I really have a hard time loving this ship. It's a worse Kirov, and I can't remember what. And Bajani, worse Kirov and Bajani. I have reached the chores, which I find pretty nice. One game in it so far, quite liked it. Agnemoy, I'm playing that, some at the moment, and it's a good ship, very good ship. A little bit the same problem with the guns as the Yubari. 4 guns and 2 turrets. I feel hindered by it, and I would guess that more people do it. And since it's quite a good reload time on those 130mm guns. Kutchesov I bought to train my Soviet captains. I got the Graf Spee at the Graf Spee. I got this during the campaign, and then finished the campaign where you needed to play this ship. I really don't like this ship. I don't think it's a bad ship, but it doesn't suit me, and it's all down to the guns. If you want anything more about the Graf Spee at the moment, I recommend you go to Jingles. He has quite a good video on it. I will cover the ship in at a later date, but not today. Just the guns. Oh my god, the guns. I reached New York at the German cruiser Tech 3, and when the Nuremberg and the Königsberg, they were quite similar in playstyle, 2 turrets back and 1 in the front, which made it quite easy to run away from a opponent, no matter what it was, and just spam him with gunfire. Well, this ain't one of those ships. You have 8 203mm guns, and 4 in the front and 4 in the back. If we hear any vibrations, I'm sorry, it's just my phone. I've reached Gneis now, still learning this ship. I'm quite liking it. Last ship in my lineup, Belfast. Yeah, an overpowered ship. Well, maybe not overpowered, because it's rather, if you know how to play British cruisers, then it's a really good ship. If you don't know how to use them, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You will get punished and probably lose your ship in the first 5 minutes of the game. So, that's the first episode of Port Talks with Danesk. or just port talks. If anyone out there is looking, if you have any ideas or thoughts or requests on what I should talk about in next port talk, or any other request on reviews and such, it's about time that I did another review. Was quite a while ago. Just write a comment, and I will see to it. I don't think that I will get any comments about wishes and such, but if you have hang with me this far, then you're more than welcome to just leave a comment. So that's all for this episode. Smooth sailing and take care on the high seas. Danesk out.